So, in my opinion, great trade. Brandon Beane is a genius. I really think he is.
Well, let's hope so.
Because now he's moving up. So now he's bypassing some of the teams that may need a quarterback. Because there's 5 quarterbacks in this draft that are going to go in the first round.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold. Then you have Booker Mayfield.
No.
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. And
Jackson.
Yes, Lamar Jackson.
Well, which quarterback said they wouldn't go to the Browns? He said he'd stay in school.
Yeah. Well, Baker Mayfield said he wouldn't play in Dallas because he hates Dallas. I don't know. I mean, he would not do it.
He's not a real big fan of the Texas area anyway.
He also said something that I heard, and I don't know if this is true, that if he gets drafted and he's not the starter, he's going to retire.
Really?
That's what I heard, yes.
Oh.
So any team that drafts him, if he's not immediately the starter, he will retire. Now, I don't know about, that's a crybaby to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like you got some issues there. I mean, if you're talking about Buffalo can take Mayfield with the 12th overall pick, they might want to take Mayfield, especially because when you compare him to Peterman, he's probably a whole lot better guaranteed to start. But the issue is the attitude. You have to take that into account.
I heard a couple analysts talking about Baker Mayfield, and they said something about that he could be the top quarterback in this draft.
Yeah. With
his arm and accuracy, he could be the top. He very well could go in the top 4.
Yep.
Now, Josh Allen, people are saying that he's not as good. That his arm strength isn't as good. His accuracy is...
Right.
So, a lot of talk that the Bills are going to make another trade to get into the top 4.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, there was talk of them moving down to either 4th or maybe even 2nd with the Giants, depending on how that goes. But... I mean, at that point, then you can get your franchise quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And he can probably start right from day one. I mean, some bumps along the way, sure, but that's any rookie. So there's a good chance that Buffalo can move up. They definitely have a lot of room to maneuver and can stockpile that team and have just done pretty well in free agency as far as I can tell so far.
Yeah.
Latulle and bringing in Vontae Davis, even though he was injured last year, is still a smart move because you got him on a 1-year deal, which means you're trying to see what he's made of. You're trying to make him prove himself.
And we didn't talk about Chris Ivory either.
We didn't talk about Chris Ivory being brought in either. So Chris Ivory comes in, that helps out the backfield a little bit with giving McCoy a little bit of rest here and there when he needs it. The man is now 30, so he's
true.
Unfortunately, and he won't say it, and I really don't think he's lost anything, but he's getting up there. He's getting, getting to be an old man as far as running backs go.
Yeah.
So, that is a smart move, but
Joe, anything else? Are you still looking up how much you love the Patriots?
I think so. Yeah. Some of these the Bills might. Some of these free agents that I'm looking at, the Bills might do well. Going after. I saw some names in here. Like Dominic Rivers-Cromartie, that wouldn't be a bad idea to shop the secondary. He's a proven veteran player.
Yeah, I heard he was going to go to a few teams. I just didn't know which one, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't take the risk with him.
No?
No, I wouldn't do it. I think that he's just too risky. Just the fact that his production on the field, I think he's just there.
Yeah, I mean, but at this point you're talking about nobody's going to trump Tre'Davious White for the starting corner position, and then Vontae Davis is probably going to be opposite him. And you're also looking at a coach in McDermott who was a cornerbacks coach all his career until he became a defensive coordinator or assistant coach. He knows what he's doing with the secondary, but they also need to get some linebackers, guys like Navarro Bowman and I'll just have him here, Demario Davis.
Yes.
These and younger guys too, like bring in some guys that are going you can build around for the long term. Preston Brown might be out the door. You already lost John Brown or Josh Brown last year.
Right.
Don't let these younger guys just
breaking news. Running back Jonathan Stewart is expected to sign with the New York Giants.
Oh, that's interesting. Bring in a part of
how old is he, like 64?
Bringing a part of that back.
Yeah. I mean, he's been with the Panthers for God knows how long, and then I think Was he last year? Jonathan Stewart, was he in Pittsburgh? Where the heck was he last year?
Yeah, I think he was actually.
Yeah, I remember it was always him and D'Angelo Williams. I'll never forget that. They were always together and always running.
And Bradshaw.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it Bradshaw? Wasn't that the three-headed monster?
No.
No. It was Williams and Stewart and.
And then D'Angelo Williams go to Pittsburgh too?
Yeah.
Or something. It was weird.
He did for about a season or two.
I think what we should do.
So, coming forward, the Bills definitely need to go for a quarterback in the draft then, if they haven't got anybody right now in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Signing McCarron might actually be a good idea if you can get him cheap and then draft.
You don't have anybody else. That's the problem. There's no other option at this point. You go cheap. This way you have somebody that's on your roster that you don't have to go and break the bank for, $30 million, $25, whatever it is.
Right.
You already saved on Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
You already saved on Cordy Glenn.
Yes, but you're saving, but you want to win.
Understandable. But you want to win. You want to win with the quarterback of the future. When you make this signing, you're not signing him to be the guy to come in and win you 11 games.
No, but you want somebody to win it for you.
You want right.
You're
not going to sign somebody off the street that's going to be garbage. You're just not going to do it.
No.
You want to sign somebody. They call it a bridge player. Like when Don McNabb came in, he didn't start right away. Okay, Tom Brady, he didn't start right away.
No.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers, he didn't start right away. And that was fine because they learned the system, they learned how to play, they practiced, they got used to the playbook, and then they came in and then they were successful. Now, does that happen every single time? No.
Sometimes you have quarterbacks that start right away. Dak Prescott.
That's true.
Yeah.
He was doing good while he had Ezekiel Elliott, but once Ezekiel Elliott got suspended those 6 games, he went down.
Russell Wilson was another one. He just comes in and takes it over. We go back to Seattle when Matt Flynn was the quarterback of Green Bay and was a free agent. So he decided, I'll sign with Seattle. Big contract. Big. And said, I'm going to be your starter. It's a young quarterback. Everything's great. I'll sign with them. I'll be the starter. Because I think it was Hasselbeck retired. Mm-hmm. So they didn't have anybody. Then they drafted Russell Wilson. So it was 2 people competing for the job. Everybody knew that Matt Flynn was going to win. Russell Wilson won. He was their starter. Now you have a quarterback that you're paying like $23 million a year that you're sitting on the bench. He was released that next season.
Yep.
And that's how it goes. And that's the problem. And he was just on the cap, so they were against the cap, so they couldn't really do much. So that's what the problem with the Bills is. Do you really want to go after a quarterback that's going to cost you $30 million? I just don't think it's going to be possible. Just to say, okay, we're going to win now. Great, we're going to win now. But then you have a quarterback in there that you could, I don't know if he's going to be good. He could be bad. We don't know. We know that Nathan Peterman's not the answer.
Yeah,
we know that.
Not yet, anyway. I mean,
well, how many interceptions did he get?
5 against San Diego.
5.
Yeah.
5, and didn't even play into the second half.
Ooh, yeah.
I think he had 4 in the first quarter, and he had 1 in the second quarter, and that was it. I mean, maybe that was an anomaly. Maybe they just had his number. I don't know. And yet they still made the playoffs somehow, some way. I still don't understand how that's possible.
Also against the Saints. Against the Saints, remember that Tyrod Taylor was struggling the entire game, and then in comes Nathan Peterman, and on one drive, completes like 4 out of 5 and throws a touchdown pass. And everybody's like, oh, he's the answer. And then they start him, and he does not look like the answer. The issue with a lot of these players is that they're young, they're thrown to the wolves, and you expect them to win immediately because you see success stories like Roethlisberger and Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott. That's not always the case, though. Mm-hmm. So maybe with the right coaching, Peterman is the answer. But they do need a draft because right now that's a big question mark. And going after a guy like A.J. McCarron or getting somebody else who's decent, cheap, and then you draft. And that's a great way to go. Like you said, that's some of these guys, Aaron Rodgers, they sat behind, Brett Favre. So you're talking about a lot of and Brady sat behind Bledsoe. A lot of these guys, they took their time. They learned the system. They learned the game a little bit at a faster pace because the NFL is way faster than college. Even if college is starting to catch on with the spread offense, it's still a faster paced game. So there's some adjustments that have to be made. And these guys, again, it's a question mark even drafting. Because you don't know. Josh Allen is projected as one of the worst because they're not sure about his arm or whatever. He might end up being the best. Baker, or whatever. But maybe it's Baker Mayfield. Maybe it's not. We don't know. We won't know until they get drafted and they play. But the Bills definitely need a quarterback. Kind of like the Colts need Andrew Luck to stay healthy.
We always end the segment on Andrew Luck, don't we?
Yeah,
it is pretty funny. And I like that because everybody needs a little bit of Andrew Luck.
Everybody needs a little bit of Andrew Luck in their life.
Except for the Patriots.
Which they just need bullshit. They just need everything. Shut your mouth.
The Patriots just continue to be good no matter what. Belichick is a plug and play. He just, you're there, you're starting, you're doing this, you're whatever, and then he somehow makes it work.
Top 20 players that are still remaining right now. So pull it up on your phones. Top 20. And I want to, because let's play a game. I think this will be fun. So tomorrow, let's see if we're right and how many we get. Because we're going to put it on the board right here, okay? The Mick, Joe, and Elliot, we're going to put it on the board, and we're going to name those players, and we're going to guess where they go. And when they sign, we'll get a point, wherever it's going to be. I think that'll be great. So we just do top 20. Okay, of who's still available.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we got like the top 4 already.
Are already gone.
Re-signed to franchise tag. Re-signed franchise tag.
Yeah, there's that. So maybe
agreed to the contract with Vikings.
Okay, so let's do top 10. Top 10, I think that's fine. I think that's fair enough, right?
All right.
No, well, I think we can do 20, but like you got guys
20.
like Deion Lewis.
Well, Mick, you have it out there. So I mean, I just say the name and then we'll just figure out where they're going to go. Because I think this is going to be fun. Because I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as possible.
All right,
so this way, I'd like to know.
Then this way, all right. I'll just throw out a name and then we decide.
Kirk Cousins, we know is going to Vikings.
Yes.
We already knew that.
Jeremy Garoppolo, stay with the 49ers.
Again, we already knew that.
Le'Veon Bell, stay with
We
Pittsburgh.
need the names of people who are not taken already. So
This is say on my list. It doesn't say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine. Well, I don't know where the hell they got this from, but anyway, the point is that Deion Lewis is the first one that's not anywhere specifically yet. So where's Deion Lewis going to go? Joe Brown.
Joe Brown, go.
Deion Lewis.
Where do you think Deion Lewis is going to go? Is he going to stay, or is he going to go? And where is he going to go if he leaves?
He's going,
Okay.
and I don't know where it's in.
Oh, come on. You just got to just.
Detroit Lions.
There
Okay.
we go. Bam. I like it.
I think he's going to go to Jacksonville.
Oh, Deion Lewis. I really think that Deion Lewis is going to end up starting.
Wow.
Potentially in Washington. I'm going to say the Redskins.
That's a good one. I like that.
Because a back like Deion Lewis doesn't sit on the bench.
But Malcolm Butler does.
Malcolm Butler does.
Ding.
All right, Sheldon Richardson, the defensive tackle from the Seahawks.
That's a good one.
Is he going to stay in Seattle or is he going to go somewhere else?
What position?
Defensive tackle for Seattle.
He's going.
Okay.
They got rid of cap space.
Okay.
49ers.
Ooh, I don't know what? I was thinking the same darn thing. I really was, because I think they're going to bolster their defense with Richard Sherman going there. I really think he was going to go to the 49ers too. I really think that my answer. Wow.
Well, I actually think that because of the fact that the Seattle Seahawks have cleared up cap space with Bennett and Sherman, that they're going to try and restructure a deal with him and re-sign him.
Oh, well, they don't have much time, but they got to do it soon.
Oh, they got to do it real soon, though. All right,
Okay.
Ezekiel Ansah, the defensive end from the Detroit Lions, was franchise tagged. I read that wrong. My bad.
All right, so skip that.
Rasheed Melvin, the cornerback from the Colts.
Ooh.
Is he going to stay in Indianapolis or is he going to go?
Go?
Go
Okay, so where's he going to go?
to the Browns.
I like that. And why?
He's already a loser, so he can go in the loser.
Maybe he could be a... Yeah, well,
On that note, I hate the Patriots.
Ding.
Ding, fries it done.
So I'm just going to put a shot in the dark with this one. I think he's going to go to, I don't know, probably the LA Rams, just for the hell of it. I think it's just fun, just because they just want to get cornerbacks just for the hell of it.
I was going to say, it's funny because I was actually thinking the same thing, and maybe he's just going to go to Rams where they can stockpile 9 corners they don't need. But honestly, I'm going to have to stick to my guns on this one and say they're going to re-sign him. Because they've lost too much depth at corner already, or in too many positions already. So I think he's going to stay where he is. They do have 24
hours, so they have time. You know, they might, for all we know, with these players that haven't signed yet, they might be working out a deal.
Right.
Just like with Drew Brees, they could have signed him weeks ago, but then they waited till this afternoon to finally sign him and say, okay, well, they received a phone call from Minnesota to say, hey, are you available? Sort of. I'm just playing the market.
Yeah.
You could just be playing the market for all we know.
Right.
Yeah.
We know for sure that Jimmy Graham is going to the Packers.
Yes.
It's just not official.
None of them are official.
Kyle Fuller's been transition tagged.
Okay.
Patrick Robinson, the cornerback from the Eagles. Keep in mind that this guy is 30 years old and now a free agent. All right, I'll switch it up. I'll start it.
Ooh.
I think he's going to go.
Okay.
And I think that he's going to try and stay in the division. He's either going to sign like a 2 or 3 year deal. I'm going to say maybe with the Giants or the Cowboys.
That'd be interesting. I think he's going to go to the Browns. That's just my opinion.
Cowboys. The Cowboys have been pretty quiet this offseason.
Yeah, they have.
Except for about the ticket pricing I was hearing about that they Ticketmaster.
I did hear about that.
Yeah.
And yet they didn't make the playoffs.
The issue that I have with him going to Dallas, and I'm not trying to say that Joe and I are wrong, because there's a good possibility that he can still sign there for a small contract, but Dallas doesn't have a lot of cap room. Mm-hmm. So if he signs somewhere, he's going to have to take a small deal. Probably nothing guaranteed.
Though too.
Yeah. Well, he's just happy that they're changing the catch rule. But that's for another video. Trust me, we got a lot to talk about that one.
Oh, Dez, good old Dez.
Yeah.
All right, Nate Solder, the offensive tackle from the Patriots?
Yeah.
Those Patriots.
Dude's gonna say they're gonna keep him.
No.
Oh.
They're not gonna keep him. They're gonna let him go, and he'll probably go to the Jets.
There's a good chance.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say?
The Bills.
Yep. Okay, Nick, go.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be great? I would love that happened. You want to know what? I'm going to say it right here. If he signs, and people, if he signs with the Bills tomorrow, I will do a live video right then and there.
Okay. Yeah.
I will. I will. If he signs with the Bills, I would love every minute of it.
I'll tap in from work. I'll join you.
And I will say, booyah.
I mean, there's a good chance of that happening, actually, with Buffalo having cap space, the Patriots trying to cut.
You just traded Cordy Glenn.
And you
lost Eric Wood.
Yeah.
What better way of signing somebody from your rival? Now, he wasn't, Joe, you would know better than I do because you're a Patriots fan. Was he a good offensive lineman for them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was the anchor on the left side of the line for a long time. That's a big deal.
Maybe it's possible. Brian Dable could, tell him, hey, come on over, because Dable was part of the Patriots organization.
That's true.
Possible. I would love it.
Hey, how to come play in my system? Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. Sign me up right now.
So, actually, in this one, I'm going to go ahead and agree with Elliot. I think he's going to Buffalo because I think he's going to get persuaded into having a decent deal.
Amazing.
Even as old as he is, at 29 and an offensive lineman, he's probably got 2-3 good years left in him. But a 2 or 3 year deal for Buffalo, come in here to replace Cordy Glenn, move Dawkins to the right side, then the offensive line for Buffalo is all set.
Yep.
There's a glaring issue behind center, but there's at least the rest of the team in place.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the next guy up, His name is Tahir Whitehead. He's an offensive line or outside linebacker from the Detroit Lions.
Resign him.
Really?
Detroit needs all the help they can get.
I think I think he might go to Green Bay. I think just because I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be great. I love these intra-division signings where they're gonna go in and I'm gonna say I want to sign with them so I can play you 2 times a year. I love it. I think he's gonna go there. Nick?
I think the Detroit Lions are going to cut him, just like I thought they were going to cut Anza. But I don't know. He'll either sign with Green Bay, or maybe he'll head to Chicago, perhaps.
Okay.
There's a lot of cap space there for both of those teams, so there's some wiggle room, and maybe he can work out a pretty decent deal, especially considering his skill sets.
Yeah.
So and his age, he's only 27.
No.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up to another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Well, I'm Joe Brown.
And I'm Nick Flo.
And I'm Elliot.
Peace out, people.
And we are outie. Enjoy Trips Bunch Football. Like, subscribe, etc., etc. You know the drill. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll see you next time.